Okay, so apparently women are insecure control freaks with no respect for nice guys. Well, this according to a cougar that appeared on SkyJohn's video, and she was talking about, well, basically a cougar is an older woman who is attracted to younger guys, who often sleeps with younger guys, and she's been on this show before, and she did an article talking about why women can't stand nice guys. It's called 12 Reasons Why Women Can't Stand Nice Guys. And I want to talk about this because I think it's really fascinating. I want to know, what do you think about it? And she basically said that women are looking for men who are really, really confident, which makes perfect sense to me, but a lot of times they're attracted to the bad guys over the nice guys because the nice guys are too much of a doormat. Women don't want a guy they can walk all over. They also don't like guys who are too predictable, who always call when he says he's going to call and always does this, and who's responsible and reliable, I guess. And this is a lot of stuff that Tom Leykis was talking about on the radio for years. She went on to say that women like to fix guys up, they like to fix the bad boys, and she was talking about a lot of fear intimacy. Women have fear intimacy. A lot of them have low self-esteem. A lot of women think that bad boys are going to be better in bed. They tend to be hotter, she said. They tend to be charming. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what Tom Leykis has been saying for years, and women have been saying that, oh, well, Tom Leykis is a sexist pig, he's this, he's that, but this is, here we have a woman who's coming out and basically saying, hey, no, don't get mad at me, women don't want guys who are too nice and too predictable. They want a guy that's sort of like, not really a bad boy, but not really a nice guy, but somewhere in the middle. But if they have to choose, they'll go with the bad boy. And, of course, that makes it a lot easier to get laid, but you have to ask yourself, is this really good for a society? Now, I think this article is really directed at American women, because I'm not really convinced that women in Canada and Europe and Asia really view this way. I noticed that Tom Leykis always referred to American women. He specified that there was a difference. He sort of hinted that there was sort of a difference because the guy's been all over the world. But he said that this is how you pretty much get laid in America, by being an irresponsible jerk, by being the bad boy, so to speak. And one of the things she listed was protection. And I thought, I think she's really onto something. A lot of younger women do look for this, but it does raise questions. Practically, even though a lot of women may share the same views, and she said something I really agree with. She said that there's usually a difference between what women say and what they actually do, and you have to actually look at what they respond to. So women say they want a nice guy, but when they spread their legs, they're spreading their legs for the bad boys. And like I said, this is something, you can't really judge people really on what they say. You have to actually look at what they actually do. And, just like people vote with their pocketbook, well, a lot of women vote with their vaginas. I mean, a lot of guys were really angry at this lady. I don't know why they were so angry at her. She was just going over something that's been talked about a lot. She said that a lot of women like the bad guys or bad boys because there's an illusion of protection. But of course, in reality, if you're a true bad boy, then you just don't give a damn. She noted that herself, that bad boys, the reason why they seem more confident and more appealing because they don't really give a damn. And women really like that. They don't want a guy who's just needy or anything. The problem, of course, is when it comes to protection, if he doesn't give a damn, then what makes you think he's going to protect you? Predictable. Well, predictable can be boring, but if you actually spread your legs, you're risking a situation where you can actually get pregnant and you can end up having this guy's kid. Well, if you're going to have some guy's kid, the last thing you want is a guy who's completely unpredictable. Unpredictable guys don't show up for soccer games. Unpredictable guys don't pay child support. Unpredictable guys aren't likely to marry you. He's not likely to take care of you or his kids. If your kid needs some dentures or some glasses, unpredictable guys aren't likely to show up and actually pay for it. So yes, this type of phenomena you see in American women may be common, and it's good for guys to get laid. And it just goes to show you that nice guys do finish last when it comes to getting laid, according to this lady, and according to Tom Leykis as well. But practically, is that really good for the civilization? Is it really good overall? I think it's part of the reason why you have so many women who don't have the fathers in their children's lives. You have so many single moms. I think it's about 35% of American kids are pretty much part of single parent homes, and the black community is around 70% and higher. And these numbers are increasing. You have a lot of broken up homes. Respect. Women don't want a guy who's a doormat. I think, you know, a lot of women think that way, but you can't mix up politeness for being a doormat. And a lot of women view politeness as being a weakness. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying, you know, these are issues that I'm not sure you really want within your female population. Bad boys, they don't really give a damn about you, so they're not likely to have a lot of respect for you. Real. A lot of women believe that nice guys are just too nice because they're not real. This is what she's saying. No, women are sort of suspicious of guys who pretend to be a saint. Well, well, I could definitely understand how somebody could definitely feel that way. And, you know, again, you know, keeping it real. You know, if you're a female, you know, I'll nail you and your sister, you know, but I'm keeping it real. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, then yeah, I mean, okay, well, let's keep it real like that. I mean, keeping it real, it sort of sounds like, you know, you're keeping it real trashy. But anyway, Mother Nature, women are designed to nurture, but nice guys don't really need to be saved, and women want to save the guy, and women fixer-upper. Women want to fixer-upper, you know, like a guy's a car. A lot of women want to change me, and that's what she's arguing. And I agree, a lot of women do want to do that. The problem is, you know, getting involved with a guy you feel like you have to change is just a fundamentally stupid idea. Again, it may be great for a good lay, and it may help guys get laid if they behave like this, but as a trend for society, I'm not really sure that's really healthy or really smart. Sperm wars, I'll skip that. Fear of intimacy, I already talked about that. Low self-esteem, yeah, I agree. A lot of women do have a low self-esteem. A nice guy treating you good is sort of unfamiliar with a lot of women. Yeah, it is, but that's sort of sick that you have women who are sort of wired that way, where they don't respond to men and treat them well. I'm not saying she's wrong. A lot of guys were mad at her. I'm not saying she's wrong, but I'm just sort of critiquing the actual thought process. I'm not really critiquing her assumptions or her statements about a lot of women. And I don't think all American women fall into these categories, but it is a very common thing. It's pretty much very, very common. I'll just leave it at that. There's always exceptions. But anyway, sex, the illusion that nice guys are better in bed. You know, Tom Leykis talked about that as well. You know. Although, you know, if you're really a bad boy, you don't really give a damn, like she said. If you don't really give a damn, then why do you care if a woman gets hers? You know, you know, so obviously there's not a lot of thought process. Hot, you know. A lot of women view the bad boys as being hot. They're usually hot. Hey, you know, charm and other things. You know, here's my question. One, do you think this is good for society? Obviously it's good if you want to get laid again, but do you think this will change? And how will this be affected in a collapse scenario? A scenario, even if the economy continues to get worse and America transforms and the middle class shrinks and you have a greater divide between the wealthy and the poor, and you have more people becoming poor and there's like a very few who are wealthy. Do you think these values will change? Do you think people will change their perspective? Do you think guys will change their perspective? Men, they're really changing the way they view relationships. And it's good in some ways, and it's not so great in other ways. So I want to hear what you guys have to think about this. What do you have to say? So I want to know, do you think this is actually what most American women are like? And I'm not going to let the guys off the hook, because you have all these guys who are deadbeats, creating all these kids and not really taking care of them. And, you know, obviously they're having a negative impact on society as well. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. All right, bye.